Guys, why this book doesn't matter and why a lot of books don't matter. I'm going to walk you through probably one of my favorite books and why it matters to me, but why it doesn't matter to 9 out of 10 people. Guys, T-Fit here, Fit Bully TV. Please keep taking care of your dogs. Learn all that you can, and let's get better together. So right now we have half siblings here, Cha-Cha and Ego. And what you're looking for, even when you're seeing a half sibling, is similarities. So what are some things, Cha-Cha? What are some things that look similar? Well, nothing. It's like two people got the same dad, but they one light skin, one dark skin, and they hate each other. When I was building a dog, and when I'm thinking of building a dog, I really do study a lot of the traits. A lot of people, again, why that book won't matter is when analyzing that book, it tells you down to why there's a wrinkle on the dog's neck, and that due to the fact that there is a lack of structure in the shoulder set. Let me try to just make it clear. An upright shoulder, if the shoulder's like this, the shoulder's going to lack shock absorption. What that means is the dog's going to be more prone to injury. And think of it like this. Let's say I need Ego to jump on this tire. He jumps on this tire, what happens if he can't reach? Well, a short neck. Dog can't reach. Dog hits it, falls. Now that's funny on social media. You're like, ha, 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 ha. It's not funny in real life, because if you were struggling and you were limited by your pain or structurally how you were put together, and I mean this with no disrespect, imagine a little dwarf trying to jump on these tires. He got no range. He can't get his legs up. He can't get his arms up. He might not even be able to pull himself up. No, they pretty strong. And I'm not saying that funny as a story. Dude, we found a funny thing. Dude was talking about how this little person beat his behind. He said he hit him, headbutted him so hard that he beat himself. That was a funny story. Neither here nor there. When I'm analyzing the dog and why that book doesn't matter, I'm like, hey, you bought your first dog. Let me just put it in percent. You bought your first dog, just like I did. I started writing out this whole list, and I go, you know what? No, and just no. You didn't put your dog through anything to determine if it was either really going to be a good dog. And objectively, a good dog is a dog that'll kind of listen, doesn't bite anybody, and that people can enjoy. That's a good dog foundationally. But what happens with the American Bully and many of these new breeds, these dogs are coming with all kinds of health problems, health concerns, health issues. So not only did the dog not get tested, I literally know a person, now I don't personally know him, but they messaged me, their dog like hit something funny, and the poor dog had to cut, his whole arm got cut off. His whole right arm got cut off. And I had to call Ruben. I said, Ruben, have you ever heard of this? Depending on where that arm breaks structurally or it gets fractured, yeah, it could have to be removed, Trev, because that could be the only solution to preventing the dog from having long-term issues that turn into a whole nother thing. Just like when you don't change the oil on the car, everything else goes bad. One injury leads to another injury, one problem becomes another problem, and then those problems just keep doing like this, getting greater and greater, and then they become expensive. So the reason why that book and many books, as people say, what book should I be reading, don't matter, is because you're not going to spend 5 years to get the dog you need 9 out of 10 times. It's not for everybody. There are some people who sent me their plans. There are people who I've talked to. There are people in the Pet Achievers who've like, yo, I'm gonna pace myself. I get what you mean. If you really want to do a breeding thing, do it the right way, people. And I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna tell you, when I look and analyze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 books, I'm looking for ways that I can truly make sure my dogs have the best quality of life. And even more importantly, that when they go to someone's home, it doesn't become an added bill. Paying for the dog, that's a cost. An added bill is what? Every time you look up, you $200, $300, $400, $500 at the vet because of skin issues, which can be genetic, because of all types of other structural issues. I mean, I think the surgery to remove an arm is probably $5,000. It costs $3,000 to replace or fix an ACL, so I know it probably got about $3 to $5 for there. And there are people at times say, hey, can you help me do a little crowdfunder? And I'm like, yo, I can't ask people to fund your dog losing his arm when nobody studied the disease or what was at risk or all the other challenges. So the reason why that book doesn't matter is because 9 out of 10 people aren't going to analyze the book. And even more importantly, they're not going to analyze a dog. And we analyze our dogs literally almost every day, but definitely over the course of their life, we analyze them in totality so that we can better them. Better our breed, better the dogs in general, and make sure they have a good quality of life. And we like to make sure that we're on the right path. So again, what's the best book? The book of life. And you know what the real book of life is? You going out and living. Live your life, take care of your dogs, people. And until next time.